Well, I have the last beer from this amazing VIP beer box I received as part of the VIP ticket for the 450 North Brewing Corn Maze Beer Festival 2025. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. And as I said, this is the last beer from that box. So if you haven't seen my videos, I went down to the 450 North Corn Maze over in Columbus, Indiana, where the brewery's located. It was an amazing time. Had a great time there. Spent 6 hours tromping around a cornfield drinking beers, and I paid for the VIP ticket. Part of the VIP ticket, you received this box right here. And from what I understand, these are beers that were exclusive to the VIP. Came with 4 different beers, and this is the last one. Now, I kind of saved this one for last because I had a lot of IPAs and double IPAs, hoppy beers, and things in my fridge that were sent to me from the brew tubers, and I wanted to get through those first because they were starting to get a little old. But it was only a couple weeks ago that I went to the corn maze, so this should still be fresh. And I've never had a IPA from 450 North before that I can think of. I don't think I've really ever had anything from them other than their crazy Slushy XL sour things up until this beer box. So in this box, there was 2 different sours. There was a stout, and then there was this beer right here. This is the Ghost, and it's got a picture of their little slushy container dressed up like a ghost. And on the side of the can here, it says, Ghost, double dry hop, double IPA with Citra Incognito, and Nelson hops. And that's pretty much everything on the can. It is 7.5% ABV, which I don't understand why Untappd listed as 8.2. There's only like 52 check-ins. How they get that one wrong? It's listed right on the side of the can, 7.5%. And this is exclusive, supposedly exclusive to the VIP box. So whoever created the Untappd entry is way wrong. Maybe they were fluthered when they entered that into the Untappd. Maybe they were 5 hours into the corn maze. Who knows? But the can says 7.5, so 7.5 is what it is, right? So let's get on into it. I'm excited to try a IPA, something other than a sour from 450 North. As I said, on Untappd, it gets a 3.73 with only 52 check-ins. Beer Advocate was not rated, not even listed. Get this in the glass here. Kind of bummed it's my last beer from the gift box, but it is what it is. Get a nose on it. There's a scent there. It's very subtle. And it almost reminded me of like the kind of lactose-y, sugary scents you get on some of their slushy sours. But it was very fleeting. And even with this big-ass beak, I'm not picking up much on the nose after that. I thought that would be a big, beautiful scent, and there just wasn't anything. Color, that is super hazy, super thick-looking. Probably about a 5 on my SRM chart. Pillowy white head. I'm excited to try this. It looks tasty. Hopefully it is tasty. 450 North usually does a good job with their beers, but again, I've never had any sort of hoppy IPA style beer from them. So let's find out. Cheers, everybody. It's light bodied. It's actually slightly boozy. It's got that, what I call evaporative booziness in the back end. You just kind of like get that booziness when you exhale, which is surprising to me at 7.5%. Flavors, they're not very bold. They're not very strong. Some finishing bitterness. And the flavor is almost hard to describe because there's so little flavor there. It's just kind of a nondescript fruitiness, I guess. There's really not a lot there. I'm kind of shocked. I would never guess in a million years this was a double dry hopped double IPA. Citron Incognito, and Nelson hop. I mean, there's a little bit of nondescript fruitiness there. But the flavors are very faint, very subtle. And this can is only a couple weeks old from when I received it at the brewery. The body's light to medium. The bitterness, there's a little bit of a bitterness on the back end. I don't want to say it's a bad beer, because it's not a bad beer. I can drink this no problem. No way it's a double IPA. I mean, there's just not a lot of flavor to it. There's enough flavor that it's more than like a Bud Miller Coors, a light lager, things like that. I mean, maybe if they called it a pale ale, I'd be happier with it. But this one just misses the mark for me. I'm going to have to give this one a let it play. I mean, really cool to try a beer that's not a slushy XL, sour, whatever, smoothie thing from them. But that seems to be their forte, and they should stick to that. Maybe they need to do a little bit more work on their IPAs and things. Because it's not that it's bad by any sense of imagination. It just misses the mark for me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again. So I doubt very many of you were able to get your hands on this. But if you do, like maybe half-assed beer reviews, I'd be interested to see what you thought of this. Because it just misses the mark for me. But if you do get your hands on it, let me know what you thought of it. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. If you have the opportunity, go to the 450 North Beer Maze Beer Festival next year. Get the VIP ticket because it gets you 6 hours instead of 4 hours in the maze. You definitely need the 6 hours to try to get as many beers as you can in. And you get this cool box or some sort of cool box with beers in it that are made exclusively for the VIP ticket. And, you know, they can't all be winners. And maybe it's just my taste buds, my palate that say this isn't as good as the other three were. But I'm still happy with them overall. So like I said, go check out that Corn Maze next year. Check out my Corn Maze video. I think I'm going to just ramble on, so let's end it right there with Embrace the Adventure.